be yourself and try and get that personality into it if you can.
Hi everyone, it's John Cleary here and welcome to the new Marketing Snapshot. This week I am here with Graham Todd, affectionately known as Todd of the Spaghetti Agency. Todd, do you want to tell us a bit about what you do and anything else that you want to tell us about really?
How long have you got? A week, a month?
Well, I know you can talk, so.
Okay, short answer to a potentially long answer. We're an online marketing agency, so we help businesses get found on the internet, which during 2020 has become a very important thing to do. So that can be anything from paid ads to content to social media, which we're really well known for. We help your business get found online. That's what we do.
Fantastic. So why is that important? So the Marketing Snapshot's all about helping people to understand why marketing is important and what the different parts of it are as well, because I think a lot of people just see marketing as just being kind of almost one skill, and as we know, it's not. There are lots of elements to it. So go on. Did I ask a question? I did ask a question then, didn't I?
It was a pretty good question. You didn't quite finish it. I know what you were trying to say, but I don't know. I know it's because I've experienced it a lot in a negative way. A lot of people see marketing as kind of a luxury, and it's certainly something that's pushed aside when budgets get shrunk. And it's quite an important point to bring up now during what essentially is a recession, isn't it? I mean, it's going to get worse, unfortunately. I like to be positive most times, but it's going to, 2021 is going to be an interesting one. And marketing is usually the thing people save money on, and it's really not the time it's really not the area to save money on. And also, when you think about it, now is the time to really go loud on your marketing, because there's going to be a load of opportunity coming out the back of a recession. So it's such an important part of a business. It's such an important part of your sales and actually your current customers as well see your marketing when you think about it. So there's so much to marketing. I think it gets put in a luxury box, and it also gets put in a pre-sales box. It's not considered as something that you should continue throughout everything that you do. So it's certainly online marketing has now become way more popular and almost the only marketing that you can do. We're shooting this on Zoom. Zoom's shares have gone up this year because it was without Zoom, what would we do? And marketing is certainly online marketing. Facebook ads is one area of our business that's really grown. People are now looking at that as the only option they have with all the changes in the world. So that's it's. I think it's important to answer your question because it's ingrained, or should be ingrained, in every part of your business.
Yeah, it's very true. And I've seen so many people kind of, or businesses kind of fold up their marketing stuff this year just because times are hard. And you're right, it's completely the wrong thing to do. I mean, I've been partially guilty of that. Lockdown happened and I just kind of got my head down just as I was starting to get visibility, and I'm trying to get that visibility back again now. But yeah, it's very, very, very true.
That's a key point you make there, John, is get that visibility back. It's much easier to maintain momentum than build momentum. And I think with marketing, and in fact, I know with marketing, people feast and famine many areas of their marketing, and it becomes a really hard slog each time to do that. Quick example for you, like exhibitions, which hopefully will come back next year. Lots of people go to exhibitions and use that as the beginning of a conversation, whereas we use it as almost like midway through relationships. We've already chatted to them on LinkedIn, we've already talked to them on other areas, they've seen video content. And then when we're at the exhibition, they say, "Oh, hi, how are you? It's great to meet you in real life." And it becomes it's not the beginning of a conversation. It's a lot easier at that exhibition for us to have conversations than it is for people who aren't as active on LinkedIn or are not doing Facebook ads, as an example. So keeping it going, even if just for a little bit, even if you just post daily on LinkedIn, even if you just do a little bit of content, or you pop on and do an interview on a podcast like I'm doing now, or it's just something to keep it going is better than stopping and thinking I'll do it in January. You know, the classic, I'll do it next month. I'll do it when I've got some extra cash, because marketing brings extra cash. You must find yourself a budget, put it in place, and religiously market, whatever that looks like. There isn't a proven model for all businesses, but certainly being consistent is something I'm very passionate about and talk about it a lot. You know, just consistently being active all the time. So it's an important point you make there. You know, it really is.
Cool. So, I mean, Spaghetti is a very strong brand. Anybody who's been anywhere near you will know your brand, because it is really strong, and it's really kind of ingrained in everything that you do, which is fabulous. But how do you do what you do differently to your competitors?
That's actually really easy to answer. We're having this conversation with our coach the other day. What we do for our clients is what we do for us to bring in clients. That's what we do. Most marketing agencies, and this is why I got into this, and you know this because you've known me for a long time, before I was a marketer. Most marketing agencies are horrendous at their own marketing. And it's mind-boggling to me. I think it must be part of one of my values, you know, just to be really good at something before you tell someone else how to do it. You know, I would never have done an interview like this 5 or 6 years ago. You know, I've really got to sort of master my thing first. So what makes us different is we actually walk the walk. It's one of our brand values. We walk the walk. Now, one of our other brand values, which is printed on the wall over there, is no bull, just beef. There's no marketing speak here. There's no big grand words that you have to be a marketer to understand. There's no, you know, like 4 letters that mean something, just smart this and all that. We don't do any of that. We just say, look, what do you want? You want more sales? Cool. Why don't we do this? Why have you tried that? What have you tried in the past that's worked? Or we tried this. Actually, someone I work with does that. And we try and make it just really approachable and easy to understand. And most businesses know what they want. It's just about matching it and helping them. So hopefully that's what makes us different. It's like you just said there, you know, people who come anywhere near us, you know, will be part and ingrained in the brand. Well, yeah, we'll make sure that we are constantly talking to people all the time and helping them and engaging with them and using the tools that we will then hopefully get new clients on board to use, and get them to use those tools and engage with us on them, so that we can prove, look, it works. Because that's the only reason we're talking now about your marketing. Let's just apply that to you.
Yeah. So it's interesting, isn't it? Because you do actually do what you do for yourself, what you do for others. Whereas there's so many people and businesses out there that do it for others but don't do it for themselves. The old kind of the gardener's garden and the plumber's bathroom and all that malarkey.
It's such a pet hate of mine. I think that's why I do it. That's why that is our thing, and it's Joe's thing as well. It is a classic thing, isn't it? A mechanic's car broken down, or a builder's house that's in disrepair, if that's the right term. It bothers me so much. I refuse for it to happen to us. I refuse for our company blog not to be updated at least twice a month, or I refuse for us not to have active LinkedIn and Facebook ads going out there, and us not to be on brand. And it's just something I disagree with so much. I don't think you should sell something you're not good at yourself. It's like we've chatted with you before about photography, and you've said I don't really like my face, but I know how important it is to have a picture of my face on my social media, so I've made sure I've done it, because that's exactly what the message that you put out there. I really do think you should walk the walk. I just think everyone should do it, and when you don't, there must be an air of, I don't know, maybe people don't trust you as much because they're like, well, this is great that you're going to do this for me, but then I look at your stuff and you're not doing it. And I think as a digital agency, it's going to be really obvious if I'm not doing it, because all you've got to do is go to spaghettyagency.co.uk, find my social, and it's right there. Other businesses, you know, you go to a garage to get your car fixed, to use the same analogy, his car might not be there, so you don't know it's actually got a broken down vehicle at home. I think that's why maybe
it could be about 300 yards down the road. two wheels on the pavement.
Yeah. And you know, so maybe I'm just more visible. My errors would be more visible. And I do make mistakes. I think there's nothing wrong with that. Joe and I poke fun at grammatical errors on advertising from all over the world. So of course, when we make one, people point out. And you know, people have emailed me before and told me that the the copyright year and the footer of my email is wrong because I've used one from last year because the copywriting from that suited something I was doing in 2020. But it's nice people read all of it and come up with it. And,
no, it's good.
So yeah, put your head above the brown bit a little bit. I think it's important to do.
Cool. So, and how does I'm interested? How does photography fit in with what you do? Does it figure or?
Yeah, massive. So we're constantly using images for our own business to market our own business, but certainly whenever we come across, let's take Facebook ads as an example. Facebook ads work so much better with a picture of a human in it rather than graphic design, even video. I worked with a company recently who created these gorgeous videos, stunning videos, 2-day shoot, all designed beautifully, like 3 different products. You'd love it. All the branding was consistent across it, and they could talk about the fonts and the colors and everything, even what the presenter was wearing. And it was this still photo of the presenter looking straight down the lens, and she was female, so that always helps on Facebook advertising, and most, I believe. Straight down the lens, really nice, relaxed, was in a moment she likes presenting, so she was obviously having a good time, which, as you know, as a photographer, means that they had the right energy and makes a difference. It makes a real difference to adverts. And then landing pages, and you speak at events and promo for podcasts. It's just a massive part. But I tell you what, so many people don't have photography. They don't have it. They got a couple of selfies they use occasionally, and I know we've chatted about it before. So I posted in my Facebook group about it, and people are afraid to have their photo taken, so they don't do it. And it's if you want to really maximize your social media and get some decent photography for your posts as well as your avatar, it's not just that little circle. It's all of the content you put out. Add some human to your marketing. It's a big plus point. That
it is. And
I'm always about what can you do better than your competition? Well, most people are scared to have their photo taken, so just throw some balls and get your photo taken. You'll be better than everyone else.
Yeah, no, it's really true, and it is such a shame. This is what always kind of upsets me, is probably too strong a word, but disappoints me. No, upset's fine.
He's not angry, he's disappointed.
I'm disappointed. It's just how people just they let their business be held back because they're too scared to have the photo done. And actually, everyone that comes to me to have the photo done, they're always delighted with what I do. And if they're not, I'll keep going until they are. But it's what amazes me is that they go away and say that was nowhere near as bad as I kind of expected it to be. And then they've got loads of photos and they start sharing them all over the place, and they're getting all these likes and all this stuff coming in. We're like, oh my goodness.
I mean, just on the engagement thing, if you have a fantastic photo taken, it's irrelevant what you think about it as well, by the way. I know that's important, and John will talk to you about that, but you put an amazing photo out. I see it all the time in groups and stuff. I mean, you worked with Zoe Knight, didn't you, recently?
Yeah.
And every time she puts photos out to promote her other products, people are like, I love those photos. They're not even talking about the product she's selling. They're not even talking about the service, but the engagement that she then gets on her posts gets other people to see the product she's talking about. They're like, actually, I'm really interested in that journaling workshop you're doing. The same with one of your other clients, Vicky. Every time her photos go out, because she's such a bold character and you captured her so perfectly, her content then naturally gets more engagement. And one of the biggest things people ask me all the time, certainly for social, is, how do I get engagement? I know I need engagement, and they don't understand what it means. How do I get it? I'm like, you need brilliant posts that engage people, and photography is just such a big way of doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. Brilliant. Thanks, Todd. That's really good.
Pleasure.
I don't want this to go on too long, and I don't want to take up too much time. So give me one tip that anyone who's watching this can go away and put into their marketing that will really help them.
Be yourself. I always give this tip, and I think it ties in beautifully with photography. Having a photo taken when you're truly yourself looks better. It just genuinely does. But your marketing, it's certainly, if you're marketing, even if you're marketing a massive company, and I use the example of like Gary Vaynerchuk or Richard Branson or Steve Jobs, for God rest his soul. Even massive, huge companies have a front person. Okay, they're all front men. There'll be front women you can bring into play here. But being yourself really helps people form a human connection with your brand. And I think that can get lost, certainly in my world in digital. It can get lost in 2020 when we're very digital and separated from all our families and friends and everything else. But we need that human connection. And if you can work out how to be yourself and have a personality throughout your social media, something I accidentally tapped into decades ago, like back when I started this. That's what really works. Flamboyant parking. It's a personality that people want to see. And you think about popular things on TV, on Netflix, and what you watch on YouTube. It's the personality that you tune into first. So that's really my biggest tip. Be yourself first and foremost. Don't fake it until you make it like rubbish. But be yourself and try and get that personality into it if you can. I tell you what, from experience, my own experience, which is what I teach anyway, it really, really works.
Yeah, and it does. It absolutely does. That's brilliant. Thanks, Todd. And if you don't know Todd, why not? because most people do.
My own fault.
Go onto Facebook and search Spaghetti Besties and join the group. Great group there, really supportive. Loads of business owners who, and it's not like normal groups that's all full of doom and gloom and crap. No. It's great fun. Everybody supports one another. Go and have a look for it now. And I'll post with video details of how to get in touch with Todd. But search Spaghetti Agency if you want to find out more. All right. Thanks all. Take care. Bye.